Hello and welcome back to Olivia Made. Here I want to show you how to make a banner, a Valentine banner. Valentine is just around the corner. I'm going to just show you how to make one, and then you can make your multiples depending on how many materials you have to make it and how width you want your banner to be. So I'll just show you how to make one, and then you can make as many as you want. Just duplicate this. Alright, well, first of all, since this material is directional, meaning that it all runs the same way, your hearts, you don't want your heart to be upside down. For example, here's one that I made with the wide part on the top, and as you see, I didn't think about the directional and they came upside down. So I got my template that I made. It's 6 inches wide here and 7 inches in length. I wrote on here, this is the top. So when you cut your material, you want to make sure that the heart is, or whatever, design it is, you want to make sure that it's facing up. I want the heart to be straight up instead of upside down. So here's your material. You want to make sure when you have your material here that your template is facing the top with the heart being right side up. So here you go. What I did is actually I folded this material in half. And this way I can cut 2 diagonals at once.
Just line it up there.
My rotary, I didn't put enough pressure on there, so I'm just going to cut it with my scissors. So I have this heat and bond. Heat and bond is a lightweight iron-on adhesive that has a strong bond without adding extra weight or stiffness to the project. It's usually used for quilting and multiple layers, but I don't want it too thick. It's not stiff, but it's very movable, and it feels like you have a stabilizer on it. But this is nice because it's double-sided adhesive. So what I'll do is I will get my template here. I will line it up. I need to cut the end here. This is the sticky side. This has a paper backing. This is the one that you want to iron on, is on the paper side backing. Go ahead and peel it. You're going to line this up, but you're not going to iron the top portion of it, and I'll show you why in a second. So I had made these strips. This is how I'm going to hang it on the mantle or wherever you want it. There's an opening here. Okay. I just got some white fabric, and I used just a stabilizer on there, like SF101 is sufficient, and just so it won't fray on the edges. So I'm going to cut this at about 2 inches here. I'm going to get just a piece of my heat and bond lightweight. I'm going to cut just a couple little squares. Okay, so I'm not going to be using my sewing machines, but I want to be able to attach this onto the material here. But since I'm going to use my rotary cutter for the pinking, I'm going to first do that on the edge. This little rotary cutter is by Simplicity, and I picked it up at an estate sale. So first I'm going to be pinking the top edge of my material, of my banner piece here. I guess if I plug it in, it'll be helpful. 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to just put it into the slot here. Press on the presser foot. See the pinking? Okay. Put that aside. So on this piece, I need to attach this into the banner here. Okay. So I'm going to use the heat and bond lightweight. I'm going to put a piece there and a piece here with the sticky side down, the paper side up. All right, and then on the inside, I'm going to put this little piece at the bottom. All right, let's remove the paper backing. Okay, we will mark the center here is 11, and I'm going in about 1/2 inch, so I'll do here and here. And then on this, I'm going to fold it in half because the tab is going to be sticking out, and I want it to go in 1/2 inch. Okay, so when I iron it, these two pieces will be attached to one another, and then this and this will be attached to this side, and then one on this side. That's why I didn't that's why I didn't iron all the way across. So here I already marked my center. Here's my center. Here's my line, my 1/2 inch. So now I'm gonna use my iron. Make sure your tab is aligned. There we go. And as you see, the reason why I used my rotary cutter to cut the top is because I needed to add this tab in. Oops, it's not dried. Let's press that again. We'll let that cool and not touch it. Now we'll bring back our rotary cutter here. And now you'll just cut the edges of the banner. I know not many of us have this amazing cutter that I picked up at an estate sale, so you could always just mark your line here, your edge, and then get your pinking shears and then just follow the edge and then just cut it. So you can make however many you want. I do need to make several more, so these are the other colors that I'm going to be using, and then you can sort them out on your mantle with a string, and just hang them up for Valentine's. Alright, so here are my triangulars for my banner, and I already marked the center, the left side center portion of it, and I've already marked my tabs that I used to hang up the banner here. So let's just open up this. Here's my 1/2 inch mark I put here, and I'll just lay it right there to where it's ever so showing there. Hold it down, and then remember we didn't iron on the top half because we had to cut it before. So now I'll just press. And I just press both sides just to make sure. Let it cool and just do your next one. All right, I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them at the bottom, and please don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.